And now to the West Coast, where a San Diego migrant shelter that received more than $22 million in taxpayer funds just last year is now closing its doors. The Jewish Family Service says it's also laying off around 115 employees due to changes in federal funding and policy. The nonprofit says it has received no new migrants since Trump was inaugurated and ended the controversial CBP One phone app.
Look what this president's done in just the first month of him being in office. Illegal crossings on the border are down 90%. 90% in just a matter of a couple of weeks. Right. We're arresting twice as many illegal alien criminals that Biden did. We're on a lightning speed to do what the president promised American people he would do.
And also, new federal data reveals that arrests of illegal migrant criminals has soared by nearly 100% from January 20th to February 8th compared to the same period. You can see it there in 2024.
Migrant centers across the country are shutting down as business is collapsing since Trump has been in office. That was San Diego that I just showed you, and there's also one here in Texas, San Antonio specifically, which is shutting down as well. I also want to show you a big drug bust in Colony Ridge. Let's check it out.
It doesn't make financial sense. That's what San Antonio's city manager says about keeping the Migrant Resource Center open.
Well, he and other city leaders announced today that they are in the process of shutting down the facility on San Pedro Avenue, which had been open for more than 2 years.
Katrina Weber is live at City Hall, where a briefing on that subject wrapped up just a little while ago. Katrina, it sounds like money is the big issue here.
Well, that is the bottom line, but there are some other numbers at play, specifically the number of people who are going to that center seeking shelter each day. The Migrant Resource Center first opened back in July of 2022. It was the city's way of housing people under one roof after they arrived in.
Look at all these people, man. Gosh.
Mass from other countries, and according to city manager Eric Walsh, had taken to sleeping in the airport in downtown Parks. At the height of the arrivals, Walsh says anywhere from 1,200 to 1,400 people were showing up at the center each day. Now, he says times have changed drastically.
No longer necessary and no longer needed. We've seen a marked decrease of individuals transiting through San Antonio, and I think we've seen about an average of 12 over the last week per day.
Oh, man, this video was taken a couple of weeks ago, but put in perspective for the numbers wise, 1,200 a day before to 1,400 a day showing up, down to 12. No wonder these places are shutting down, as border crossings have gone down about 90-95% since Trump has been in office. Oh, wow.
Paul says currently there are 88 people inside the facility, which can house more than 700 people. The federal government has been reimbursing the city for the cost. Still, Walsh says it doesn't make sense to keep it open. The city is taking the first step in closing it by not accepting any new arrivals at the MRC. Then eventually it will close its doors for good. Of the 88 people who are there right now, Walsh tells us that 68 of those people already have their travel arrangements laid out. He says that once the others are taken care of, the center will shut down, and he says that could happen as soon as the end of the week, if not sooner. Reporting live at City Hall, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, so it sounds like it's already shut down based off of this video being 2 weeks ago. Looks like it's closed its doors. Business has collapsed, and business is no longer booming, thanks to the tough border policies of President Donald Trump and Tom Homan. That's insane. You saw just people sitting on the corner just hanging out. It just looks, it's not a good look. I mean, do you want your city or country to look like that everywhere? No, I don't. So yeah, we dodged a big bullet with not electing Kamala Harris, with Kamala Harris not winning. Now check this out. Here in Texas again, if you remember Colony Ridge, the illegal immigrant community, 3 illegal aliens arrested after 344 pounds of meth found in Colony Ridge. The men had previously been deported from the United States. There are some stand-up guys right here. I'm sure he has dreams of being a scientist, a doctor, and a pilot or something. Great guys here. 3 illegal aliens were arrested after a drug bust in Colony Ridge, the sprawling development north of Houston, known for attracting illegal aliens, resulting in the seizure of 344 pounds of methamphetamines worth roughly $500,000. The individuals, of whom was armed with a handgun when he was stopped by law enforcement officers, have all been previously deported from the United States. A check of all 3 subjects was conducted, and all 3 were found to be illegal immigrants that had been deported on at least 4 other occasions. A social media post from Liberty County Sheriff's Office revealed all 3 subjects were arrested and transported to Liberty County Jail. The men, Gerson Lopez Zuniga, Cruz Sandoval, and Aiden Aguirre Arzate were all stopped during a traffic stop in which Sandoval admitted to having a massive supply of illegal narcotics hidden in a trailer at Colony Ridge and a Colony Ridge property. He was charged with manufactured deliveries controlled substance over 400 grams felony 1, while Zuniga and Aguirre were jailed on ICE holds. The drug bust, which was carried out in conjunction with the Drug Enforcement Agency and Houston Police Department and the Texas Department of Public Safety, occurred in development that has been infamous for systematically attracting illegal aliens through its financial schemes and marketing operations. Colony Ridge which encourages buyers to own land in the United States but does not require buyers to provide Social Security numbers, has been on site of numerous illegal alien arrests. Yeah, that's the thing with Colony Ridge is these developers there were giving loans to people like interest rates about anywhere from 15 to 30%, knowing they can't pay this stuff back. And from my understanding, they would foreclose and then resell it. They're just making money off of it. This is a big scheme going on, and it's gotten a lot of attention. And I will have to say, Governor Greg Abbott did receive $1.4 million from this developer. His name is Trey Harris. He donated $1.4 million to Greg Abbott. Look, is he complicit in this? Is he involved in somewhere getting money out for this? I don't know if the governor is making some backdoor deals, looking the other way on this, but a lot of people are upset that this has not been shut down. But a lot of attention has been brought to this, and I'm glad that people are being arrested. I've seen videos of this place. It's trash. Let's keep going. One man busted at Colony Ridge was a human smuggler who federal agents say was involved in a mass casualty event when a tractor trailer full of migrants crashed, killing more than 50 people. The Guatemalan national purchased at least 4 Colony Ridge properties before he was apprehended in a joint operation by the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, and Immigration of ICE. 2 illegal alien murder suspects who lived in Colony Ridge were arrested earlier this year. One of the men, described by authorities as a fugitive murder suspect wanted by Interpol, had already been deported from the United States twice before establishing residence in Colony Ridge. Those 2 arrests came after a teen was allegedly abducted at gunpoint inside the development and was shot as he fled his captors. Crazy. One Texas developer defended Colony Ridge business practice as an email uncovered by Daily Wire. The Daily Wire writing that the seller finance developments that offer loans directly to buyers would go under if they had to qualify buyers and check their Social Security numbers. This is a big deal right here. Big drug bust, 344 pounds of meth found in Colony Ridge. I want law enforcement to continue cracking down this nonsense. And I believe we're going to see more of this. And I want this place to be cleaned up because there are people I've read online who live nearby. They live, there used to be a decent area, I guess. And all of a sudden it's dirty. A lot of crime going on. It's become more dangerous. And I've seen video footage and it looks like a third world country in certain parts of this area. And that's not what we want here in the United States. We don't want this type of activity going on. So great job to law enforcement. Migrant Center shutting down. The gravy train is over. Yeah. All right, guys. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.